Since 1947, there have been 14 different prime ministers. The first few decades after 1947 saw the Indian National Congress in almost complete domination over the political map of India. India's first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru, took oath on the 15th of August 1947. Nehru went on to serve as Prime Minister for 17 consecutive years, winning 4 general elections in the process. His tenure ended in May 1964, on his death. After the death of Nehru, Lal Bahadur Shastri, a former Home Minister and a leader of the Congress Party, ascended to the position of Prime Minister. Shastri's tenure saw the Indo-Pakistani War of 1965. Shastri subsequently died of a reported heart attack in Tashkent, after signing the Tashkent Declaration. After Shastri, Indira Gandhi, Nehru's daughter, was elected as the country's first woman Prime Minister. Indira's first term in office lasted 11 years, in which she took steps such as nationalization of banks, and of allowances in political posts, which were received by members of the royal families of the erstwhile princely states of British India. In addition, events such as the Indo-Pakistani War of 1971, the establishment of a sovereign Bangladesh, accession of Sikkim to India through a referendum in 1975, and India's first nuclear test in Pokhran occurred during Indira's first term. In 1975, President Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad, on Indira's advice, imposed a state of emergency, therefore bestowing the government with the power to rule by decree. The period is known for human rights violations. After widespread protests, the emergency was lifted in 1977, and a general election was to be held. All of the political parties of the opposition after the conclusion of the emergency fought together against the Congress, under the umbrella of the Janata Party, in the general election of 1977, and was successful in defeating the Congress. Subsequently, Morarji Desai, a former Deputy Prime Minister, became the first non-Congress Prime Minister of India. The government of Prime Minister Desai was composed of groups with opposite ideologies, in which unity and coordination were difficult to maintain. Ultimately, after 2.5 years as PM, on the 28th of July 1979, Morarji tendered his resignation to the President, and his government fell. Thereafter, Charan Singh, a Deputy Prime Minister in Desai's cabinet, with outside conditional support from Congress, proved a majority in Lok Sabha and took oath as Prime Minister. However, Congress pulled its support shortly after, and Singh had to resign. He had a tenure of 5 months, the shortest in the history of the office. In 1980, after a 3-year absence, the Congress returned to power with an absolute majority. Indira Gandhi was elected Prime Minister a second time. During her second tenure, Operation Blue Star, an Indian Army operation inside the Golden Temple, the most sacred site in Sikhism, was conducted, resulting in reportedly thousands of deaths. Subsequently, on the 31st of October 1984, Gandhi was shot dead by Satwant Singh and Beyant Singh, 2 of her bodyguards, in the garden of her residence at 1 Safdarjung Road, New Delhi. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe. Have a good day.